Navalny's, we should say murder because it can only have been murder, Navalny's murder. He was, of course, Vladimir Putin's main rival. He'd spoken in many interviews previously about what would happen if he died, if he was killed. We don't officially know the cause of death. His spokesman says it was murder. Of course it was. Are you concerned about what's unfolded and the impact on democracy here? And also, just recently we've seen this element of the Republican Party kind of going quite soft on Russia, and it's inexplicable.
I think, Sharri, it's a really interesting question. I think what we're seeing on both sides of politics is what I'd call moral relativism. Things are seen only through tribal lenses, and that's why you're seeing some elements of the Republican right drawn towards Vladimir Putin, who is a murderous thug. We know that. We know what he's done in Ukraine. Thousands of people have died since he launched that illegal, unjustified war in 2022. He's been responsible for ordering assassinations around the globe, but particularly in places like the United Kingdom. And so sadly, Navalny's death, I think, looks like a murder or an assassination, and it goes to the very character of the Putin regime, which is authoritarian, anti-democratic and absolutely hostile to minority voices.
Look, we're also seeing plans for our Navy here in Australia to invest in more equipment. This as the threat from China continues to loom. There's been chronic underinvestment in the defence space. Do you think this latest plan announced by Richard Marles is adequate?
We'll find out the details in the morning, and I haven't been briefed yet, but certainly since April last year, we know that this government has not been serious about our defence strategy or budget. There's been no new money since the Defence Strategic Review was handed down. This surface fleet review was meant to be short and sharp. Instead, it's been long and blunt. The Minister has had it for 5 months on his desk. And we now know through leaks into the press that the original 9 Hunter-class frigates which were to be built in Adelaide will be reduced to 6, which increases the cost per unit for each ship. So we're going to wait and see, but I think this is another broken promise from the Albanese government. And I think it also underscores the recruiting and retention crisis that we have in defence. We're not recruiting enough people into defence. I can tell you countless stories of people who want to serve but can't for a whole range of reasons which are ridiculous. And we're not retaining enough people. So the question is, if we expand our fleet, which we would welcome, how are we going to crew them? How are we going to crew our AUKUS submarines? And these are questions the government must answer.
Yeah, such an important issue. Andrew Hastie, thank you very much for joining me this evening.